Salam and peace. You might have come across with the atheists during your dawah experiences, and whenever the atheist they will say, I don't know, and agnostic will also, I do not know. I think they are fair when they say, explain their position. As a Muslim, I believe, my personal experience, in the absence of Quran, all other information regarding the God and religions are very confusion. It creates very confusion. People become skeptics, and then they cannot make a decision in their life. And that's why we say, I don't know. And I think they are fair to say their position, I don't know, or I'm atheist, or I'm agnostic. Now, what I would suggest that, like I said, that our faith, I believe, is based on information. If information is correct, then you can conclude a correct faith. But if information is doubtful or contradictory, then you become a skeptic, and definitely you will not going to be able to conclude, or will not be satisfied with your result. I like to introduce, they say, in the absence of Quran, all the religions, all the ideologies will not going to reach, you're not going to take you to the truth, except the Quran and the practice of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions. Later on, he left his legacy. So let me introduce to Prophet Muhammad was born in 571 CE in a place called Mecca, which is in Saudi Arabia today. His house is over there, his grave is over there. All the archaeological facts are there on this earth today. Plus, history is full of the life of the Prophet Muhammad, from Muslims and non-Muslim altogether. Prophet Muhammad was known as trustworthy and truthful from his childhood. When he reached the age of 40, he started receiving revelation. Agency we call Angel Gabriel, you can call UFO, you can call whatever. This presence, he found this presence in the cave, and then he became his teacher. He started giving this revelation over the period of 23 years. He received the Quran, and then he was commanded to memorize word for word. Today, over 15 million Muslims have memorized the entire Quran word for word, as it is the Quran was delivered to Muhammad. Muhammad was unlettered prophet. He was not able to read and write. So the word cannot be from any human being. What is direct revelation from the Lord of the world, the creator of heaven and earth. Quran has total 114 chapters and 6,236 verses. This is the precise. When you open the Quran, the first statement, it says, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Now, any religious book, I would like you to compare how it starts, because it should give you the name of God, who is the creator, who is going to be introduced, and what are his attributes. The first attributes he says is the Rahman and Rahim, in the name of the most gracious, the most merciful. And this is entirely merciful, especially merciful. Either way, you can have these beautiful attributes that starts. And then the first chapter also shows that you are looking for a guidelines, it addresses the guideline. The second chapter starts with more detailed information. In the beginning, it says, this is the book of guidance without any doubt. People are always skeptic about the beliefs and idea. The Quran, in the beginning, after the prayer, first chapter's short prayer, they ask you to trust God, because this will clarify your doubt. Because the Quran is built on the nature of human being, is called the fitrah. This information God already created inside the human being. Quran also addressed in other chapters, in the chapter number 30 and ayah number 30, it addressed this fitrah, and also in chapter number 7, also and 142 verses, also addressed the human being made the covenant with God. So this will also give the idea of fitrah. So let's move on further. So we got the historical information of the Prophet, we got the archaeological information of the Prophet. Prophet was trustworthy and truthful, he was unlettered. Now, this information now, when you read the Quran, it addressed to all mankind. It's not saying, oh, children of Israel, or Jews, or Christians, or Arabs, or no. It says all mankind. So it addresses to the mankind, and it also says it's a guidance given. It also tells the purpose of human being, why God created human being, and also tells us why we were given a free will. God created Adam and Eve, and it talks about the story of Cain and Abel. One brother killed other brother. God could have stopped this killing in the day one, but he did not, because he's all-wise, all-knowing. So he gave a human being a task or a test, and then the test comes with the guideline. So the guidance, for guidance, he chose prophet and messenger, so that he taught them and then asked them to convey this message to their tribe, their people. Why we have so many religions? God also addressed these issues in the Quran, chapter number 2 and verse 213. The mankind was one community, and later on they differed, and because of their rivalry, because the misuse of their free will, their desire. So this is how we have so many religions. So we got all the answer why we have so many religions. And this guidance is for me, or just only for Arab? No, it's for all mankind. Prophet was sent for the community of all mankind. And the Quran also addressed, this is the last revelation. It was memorized word for word, and also has a challenge that nobody can produce the Quran like the Quran we have. So there are many Arabic texts, which is those days the people they want to challenge Quran, they failed, they could not meet this requirement. But today we can also prove through mathematical challenges. If somebody is interested, we can give that challenge, and it will surprise you and shock you. And some of the presentation you can look into on my website. If you want to know the mathematical miracles of the Quran, you will see in the Memonian.com, www.memonian.com. You can go to the website. You can see that how the Quran was preserved. Or you can also use my IIT, the David Dude channel. There is a presentation about the miracles of the Quran. Now, we have addressed all the issues so far. Now, I would suggest the atheist and agnostic, before you stay outside of understanding or confused with your life, approach the Quran with sincerity. And then once you approach this Quran with sincerity, it will automatically guide you. It will resolve all your issues, and it will give you the purpose of life, because God created us for a short period of time. And then if we get the guidelines, we have a happy life on this earth, and when we leave this earth, we will be happy. Otherwise, without the purpose of life, you will be depressed. You will have your own subjective morality, or the society will dictate you what you want to dictate. With the understanding of the Quran and the guidance of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, what he delivered, and the previous prophet mentioned also in the Quran, God gave the guidance. So all those issues are addressed. The issues of Jews and Christians are addressed. The issues of the polytheism is addressed. Issues of the atheism is addressed. All those issues. There are verses of the Quran that will explain the human being in a proper way, that who God is. First, since the verse on sincerity is chapter 112, say He is Allah, the One, eternal, or is a necessary being, is the uncaused cause, is the uncreated. He's the non-contingent, it's a necessary and self-sufficient. And He begets not, nor is begotten, and there is none like Him. So this is so beautiful that God has no lineage. God was always eternal and uncaused cause. And He has no son, no daughter, just like other religions make the God and bring other God with the God and join with the God. And idea of polytheism or pantheism, these are all rejected in the Quran. The Creator is alone, stays God alone to be worthy of worship, nothing else. That's how the pure monotheism you will understand in the Quran. There are other verses with God also challenged, Am khuliqu min ghayri shay'in am humul khaliqun. And did you create from nothing, or did you create yourself, or did you create heaven and earth? But again, God will conclude you have no knowledge, So the knowledge is given to you through this Quran. We ask our brothers and sisters, especially those who are atheists and agnostic, and also other non-Muslims, they have not decided about the faith. this is the opportunity. Approach the Quran with sincerity. If you need a free copy of Quran, call 1-877-Y-Islam. Call that number. They will mail you the free copy of Quran. Jazakallah khair.